Hello and welcome back to Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke with me, codename Red. I'm doing a voiceover for episode 2 here. Already obviously played the game, but the audio again for episode 2 just didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to. Still took some deep breaths and it still popped a lot. So I'm still working, but I'm now filming the way that I have filmed episode 3. And that sounded a whole lot better, so hoping that continues. So unfortunately there's no background audio. I have put a little bit of music in the background to kind of break the silence a little bit, but it's still not quite right, but we'll get there. Still working pretty hard. So looking at the team here, because the objective today is Brock. Brock obviously being rock ground types, has Geodude and has Onix, and if you can look at the team, nobody here is ready. Nobody here is the right type. Best we have is Bucky, which is neutral completely, and then Ted Buzdies times 2, Waggles times 2, Quaddle times 2, and Lavar at a Butterfree would be times 4. So really in a bad spot. The plan that I've come up with while thinking really hard about this, what to do with them, is Ted Buzdy. I think that Ted Buzdy is the best way to beat Onix, because his attack stat's kind of low, but his speed and his defense is obviously really stinking high. So the plan is to go in with Ted Buzdy and harden. I'm going to harden 6 times, which should bring Ted to max defense, and hopefully he can take the damage from Onix. The only thing that could possibly destroy that plan is a crit. If Onix lands a crit with his Rock Tomb, Ted's dead. And there's really nothing we can do about that. A times 2 crit that ignores status changes. No good. So the objective, get in there, harden up, and then try to poison the Onix and see if that works. I'm not 100% sure if that works or not. So in the event that Ted does get hit by a crit, maybe we level up Lavar, maybe we just go with Bucky and hope he's got enough defense and attack to do it. Lavar does have confusion, so he's high special attack, but unfortunately times 4. So really banking on Ted Buzdy not dying. That's the big plan. And the backup is Rattata. Kind of a third option is Waggles. Waggles learns Meta Claw at 13. Again, times 2 damage though, so, and no way to increase his defense. So that would be very, very bad. I think that if we put in Waggles, it'll be the very last thing that we do after we put in Bucky, hit Onix with a couple of tail whips, so we can hit him with a physical attack like Metal Claw and actually do some decent damage. Otherwise, we're pretty much screwed. Onix is honestly, right now, probably the most terrifying part of this Nuzlocke. Making Misty will eventually get a Grass or Psychic type, or not a Psychic, because we won't get one before then, but at least a Grass type. Worst case scenario, we have Ted Buzdy who can learn a Bug type move. But Brock is terrifying, for sure, especially with this team that we've built. So we're gonna get our way through Viridian Forest here and try to get to Brock. Bunch of bug catchers. It's the first time I hit, I think probably the only time I hit more than twice with Fury Attack. I don't understand why Ted is so bad with Fury Attack, but he's just not great. So one option we do have for Ted here is by the time he gets to level 15, he's going to learn Focus Energy. So we've got 2 different options with that. Is one, we can teach him Focus Energy, so that if he's hardened and Onix is poisoned, we can use Fury Attack and increase our critical chance. Or we can keep String Shot. And String Shot would allow us to slow down Onix, who is weirdly fast for a rock type, and ensure that Waggles is faster, that Rattata is faster, or Bucky, sorry, not Rattata, that Bucky is faster. Or even LeVar, if we have a sacrificial need to send LeVar in, then we'll use String Shot. So the deciding factor is, do we think that Onyx is going to get a crit and kill Ted Busby, which there's legitimately no way to account for that, because it's just random luck and draw. So we're really hoping we don't get poisoned. We do have 5 antidotes, which is good, but getting poisoned in Viridian Forest is so annoying. And being FireRed, we have a much higher chance of running into Weedles than Caterpies. Caterpies can't poison you, so that's really nice. Weedles, they tend to have Poison Point, and then obviously Poison Sting has a 30% chance of poisoning you as well. I do like Kakuna's here. I'm going to shift out to Bucky, because Kakuna's Metapods can't attack, so they're just free XP. So I'm going to shift out to Bucky to get her a little bit of love. Level her up a little bit. We haven't seen a whole lot of Bucky action. The only Bucky action that you guys really get to see is on these little fast-forward grinding sessions with the music playing in the background. Leave a comment if you like that. If you want me to leave that, where I kind of show you me grinding. It takes me a long time, but you only get to watch it for like 30 seconds. Or if you want me to just kind of cut the grinding out, or if you want to actually me to record all of my full grinding sessions. I have no idea what I would talk about, so I would need some comments, maybe questions, just generic whatevers. I don't know, play 20 questions with me, or whatever you want, but, or hit it up on Instagram or Twitter with a hashtag of some sort. Hashtag AskRed, I guess, could work, or something like that. Just figure out my brain and how I think. But and don't forget that commenting on these videos, specifically this one here, which is going to be the most recent one, but commenting on the Nuzlocke videos gives you a chance to win those kind of rare cards that I have, and I will just straight up mail you a card once we reach 50 if you are the random winner. So make sure to comment, make sure to like, but I need subscribers. I need to get up to I need a subscriber listing. So the more people we get to like videos and comment on videos, the more people see it, and hopefully the more they like and subscribe and comment, so that we can start releasing some of this stuff. I can tell you, I did go out to the store today to kind of look around and get some ideas. They have like super cheap here. I can get Game Boy Colors with old school Game Boy games. I can get like Super Nintendos, Japanese versions of NESs, Nintendo DSs that have like little cool, like Pokemon specific Nintendo DSs, things like that, which I would love to also dive into getting away, but I would need obviously to get subscribers to give them away too. Pikachu. So I looked this up, which is pretty interesting. Because I have FireRed, I have a 5% chance of finding a Metapod, and I also have a 5% chance of finding a Pikachu in Viridian Forest. Which means we could have had a Pikachu. Instead, we got LeVar. Really annoyed with the fact that we have LeVar. Butterfree is honestly, in reality, one of my least favorite Pokemon out of Gen 1. I'm working on a video that I plan on releasing, the top 10, my top 10 and my bottom 10 Kanto region Pokemon here from Gen 1. And I can tell you, Butterfree made the bottom 10 list. Butterfree doesn't even get a bug type attack until level 47. He gets Silver Wind. Doesn't get a flying type attack until Gust at like level 30 something. Like, he doesn't get any stab moves, and the ones he get suck. It's just, Butterfree is not my favorite. I vastly prefer Beedrill to Butterfree, because at least he gets bug and poison type attacks. But granted, they're not any good. Twin Needle's okay, but it's not stellar. Just there aren't any good bug type moves like X-Scissor or anything at this point in the Pokemon world in Gen 3 when this game came out. going to go with Waggles for the remainder of the Viridian Forest, just because he's got Ember, which means he can't get poisoned, because he can just burn any bugs down to the ground, which is exciting and good. One of the few benefits to Charmander early game is that you could bust through Viridian Forest with almost no resistance. But you could also do that if you just catch a Pidgey or a Spearow, like we did with Quettle. So, I guess that's what it is. But I think Charmander's obviously really cool. She's just not my favorite of the starters. But Waggles is growing on me. Waggles is gonna be great. There's Metal Claw. Metal Claw's good. I do believe in Waggles. I believe Waggles will be with us until the very, very end. We'll keep him protected, keep him safe. He's our new best friend. Waggles using Ember on another Weedle that's level 9. Could have been a pretty good Kakuna. That was a critical hit, and it's super effective anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If it was a Beedrill, it would have died. But and here we go. We have made it almost to the end of Viridian Forest. We haven't quite made it to the end of Viridian Forest. Another little Waggles. So I think something we're also going to do is definitely evolve Waggles before we even get to Brock. I just want that additional stat, that additional attack stat, make Metal Claw a little bit stronger. So evolving him into a Charmeleon, I plan on getting everybody up to level 15 anyway, so just one more level to level 16 to get Waggles to evolve into a Charmeleon. And I just think that additional attack stat could be the difference maker in the battle against Brock here. Now that we've made it to Pewter City, obviously we're going to go heal, as always you do in a Nuzlocke. Jigglypuff in the corner. I'm really hoping to get a Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff made my top 10 list of favorites. I love Wigglytuff, and especially now that it's Fairy type, even better. Wigglytuff is pretty solid. Museum, we'll come back there and get Aerodactyl eventually. I'm thinking that you get an item up here, but I didn't find it walking around, so maybe I have to come back with the item finder in order to get that one. So we can do some exploring in Pewter, bust into some people's homes. Nidoran, sit! Bow bow! Nidoran doesn't sit because you don't have any badges, so Nidoran won't listen to you. You get some badges and Nidoran will listen to you just fine. So another one I'm hoping to get is Nidoran. Nidoran is awesome. Nidoking is one of my favorites, legitimately, always has been. He made, like, when I made my top 6 favorite teams with my buddies back in the day, Nidoking always made the list. Nidoking was definitely in there. I think he's probably my second favorite Pokemon here in the Kanto region, behind Bulbasaur, which unfortunately we did not get. It's one of the main reasons I'm salty about Charmander. One of these days, I'll stop talking crap about Waggles. I believe in Waggles. This guy doesn't believe. Said that we're all just a bunch of bug catchers and hobbyists, not that we're serious trainers. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just standing here outside the Pokemon Center taking a nap. So here we're going to start our grinding. So we're going to take a couple minutes here. You'll see the fast forward grinding session. Just enjoy the music. here's the point. Ted Busby, should we learn focus energy? Slow down Onyx with String Shot and give Bucky the best chance of getting off some tail whips, maybe even some hyper fangs, and then obviously the metal claw from Waggles, or we can learn focus energy and bank on Ted Busby surviving the entire fight, and just hopefully the Fury attacks get critical hits and do more damage. I think I'm gonna go with String Shot here. I don't think I know. I'm obviously rewatching the video. I know I'm gonna go with String Shot here. I just don't feel comfortable that Onyx is not going to get a crit. I'm hoping Ted Busby can get in, poison Onyx, set us up for success, for Bucky to come in and maybe clean up the mess. That's really what I'm planning on. Maybe we just spray potions everywhere and pray. So I'm gonna not learn focus energy. That's the decision. So enjoy the music. So after all that grinding, pretty sure I only got 7 XP by switch training LeVar at one point. I think 9 at another point. I did 2 battles with him up front, switch trained into somebody else, I think Waggles, to try to get him some XP. And it would take us till level 10 until he could even do it on his own. It would take us at least 7 battles just to evolve him to level 6. So I'm opting out of training up LeVar. I'm just going to go in there with the other 4, Quaddle, Waggles, Bucky, and Ted Busby, and I'm just going to hope that we win. Because I can't spend the time training up LeVar. I mean, I could, but I'd spend hours just to get LeVar to level 10 so he can attack on his own. So I'm going to evolve Waggles. I think that's just the best option. So this is me making the official decision not to train LeVar, switch to Ted Busby. We're going to go test our theory on this secondary trainer in the gym, see if it works. Pray for me. We'll see. Geodude only has tackle, so we're going to switch LeVar back up front again, because we will switch out because he's a trainer and he's obviously a Geodude, that we can get a little bit extra XP off of him, just for the point, because we do eventually have to evolve LeVar, but we're just going to switch train him out of LeVar back into Ted Busby, and then test this is our strat for Brock. Ted Busby with the hardened strat, and see if he can do any good. This is just to test our damage dealing, obviously, because Geodude only has tackle at this point. He doesn't have rock throw until like level 13 or something like that. So we're just actually going to fast forward through this part of the fight with this turbo button, just because all we're doing is sitting here rock polishing and hardening and defense curling, and we get a poison on him really early. So from here, we just Fury attack him to death. He's tackled us a couple of times, brought us down, but because of how much defense we've gotten to raise, it did minimal damage to Ted Busby. So clearly, that part of the strat works, but you just can't account for the crit, and that's what scares me. We're going to stay in with Sandshrew just because it has Poison Sting, and I don't want anything else to get poisoned. because in this game, poisoning doesn't wear off while walking around. So in a Nuzlocke, for Gen 3 backwards, your Pokemon can faint outside of battle by being poisoned, and that's not cool. So we left Ted in there to fight the Sandshrew. We're gonna go heal up. We're gonna evolve Waggles, and then we're gonna get back to Brock. I just think that the increased attack stat plus Ted can take it. So I'll be right back after evolving Waggles. Look at that! Waggles is evolving already. That part of the video was so short because he only had to level up one time, so even just fast forwarding it made it look ridiculous. But Waggles is evolving. We get him up to level 16 and we get a Charmeleon. Charmeleon is so awesome. Of the three, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Charmeleon, clearly the coolest one. Forgotten about, but clearly the coolest. Love Charmeleon. So now we're going to take a look at our natures, because we don't know anything about our Pokemon. We have Hardy. I've got to look up these. I actually go deep into this in episode 3, kind of what each and one of these natures means. I'm not going to do that too much in this. I will tell you that Hardy is a neutral nature, which means that, you know, Charmeleon's, he doesn't have any negatives, doesn't have any positives, so his special attack stat is just wicked, which is good because it's a fire type. So I like that runaway ability on Bucky too. Early game, that's really awesome. You can just run away from any battle, doesn't matter what it is. That's really helpful. The only other like ability that I think is equally as good early game, but then kind of falls off and is no longer good, is Pickup. Actually, kind of the opposite. Pickup gets better as you go, but and then at a certain point it becomes kind of obsolete. But you do get better items as you move on throughout as the Pokemon levels up. He has an opportunity to pick up better stuff, but I don't even think the Pickup exists yet. So here it is. This is the fight. Brock. Hopefully Ted Buzzy doesn't die. Fingers crossed. This is a last look at our team. May never see them again this way. Alright, Brock. Bring it on. Like our Pokemon rock hard in this gym. I'm gonna make my Ted Buzzy rock hard. I'm not taking it back. Leader Brock sends out Geodude, level 12. Ted Buzzy go, level 15. Hardening. For days. So he's defense curling. He did tackle, did 3 damage there. We hardened again. Didn't do a ton. He did 3 again though with that harden. So obviously Geodude's attack stat's actually not bad. And it's actually better than Onix's. But which I thought was weird because Onix is the one that's so scary, but it's because he has Bind and he's actually got Rock Tomb, an actual rock type move. And his defense is just so insane. One more harden should do it. We've only lost a little bit of health, only like, what, 8 health? But Geodude is now defense curled as well, so this fight is just going to be Geodude and Ted Buzzy doing 1 damage at a time to each other. This fight takes a while. We end up fast forwarding through it with the turbo button. Finally get the poison on Geodude in like the 5th attempt. And then we just free attack him down to the ground. So we always get 2. Never get any more than 2. There's a 3 in there. I think there was a 3 in there too. So we're doing all right. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna hit him with a poison sting and do enough damage that next turn the poison will just outright kill him. So I'm gonna let the poison do its damage here. And now I'm going to use a potion. I'm going to heal Ted Buzzy up to max health and prepare him for the Onix. I don't know if Rock Tomb will still kill him. It will definitely kill him in 1 hit if it crits, but I don't know how much damage it's going to do before then. So Ted Buzzy knocks out Geodude, and here comes Onix. level 14. And we're going for the Poison Sting right off the bat, and we poison him. There's the Rock Tomb. We poisoned him on the first try. He used Rock Tomb on the first try. He does 6 damage, I think, roughly 7. So now we get binded. So now we basically take 2 attacks per turn, once from bind and once from Onyx. We hit him with a couple of string shots, which was the plan all along. In the event that we get critted, Bucky and Waggles are faster, because we're gonna need them. So now he takes the damage from the poison. Hit him with our second string shot just to ensure that speed for our team. Because Rock Tomb's gonna, if it crits, we're dead. And this is nervous. Okay, whew. Okay, Ted's not dead. Doing okay, but our speed fell, which is annoying. Luckily, we lowered his speed twice. We're down to the yellow health. Onyx takes the poison. We're gonna push him. I mean, obviously, like I said, a Rock Tomb crit's gonna kill us anyway. Doesn't matter. But we're not even gonna get to full health with that potion, so use all 20. There's the Rock Tomb again. Okay, we live again. It's actually not doing a lot of damage, even being times 2. Thank goodness. Well, of course, we can card 6 times, so it shouldn't. He gets binded. So now it's just Fury Attack. Let's knock this Onyx down with our bug, Ted Busdy. Not too effective. Hit him twice. Another Rock Tomb, but he misses this time. We get freed from the bind, so we're not taking any damage that whole turn. Onyx takes the poison. We're back at him with the Fury Attack. And do 2 damage. Absolutely insane. And Onyx uses Rock Tomb. This is going to be, I think, his last chance. Oh, we lived. Alright. It made me so nervous. Every single time we fought. So now Onyx is nearly dead. I have a feeling he's going to potion. So we're going to potion up ourselves. We potion up. Ted gets the max health. And he hits us with bind and doesn't potion. So the poison takes out Onyx, and we earn the Boulder Badge. Super exciting. I was so happy with this outcome. Couldn't believe it that we ended up actually getting to win this fight. And we didn't lose Ted. I was so ready to lose Ted. There it is. We received the Boulder Badge. Take a look at that on the right side of the screen. Isn't that pretty? Nice in that gray color. So make him get in the Boulder Badge, make your Pokemon more powerful, and able to use Flash outside of battle. We'll play that accuracy game all day long. Trust me. And we also received Rock Tomb, the move that gave me like 3 heart attacks. So, we made it. TMs are only usable once in this game, which makes them a lot more scarce. Gotta keep them a hold of. We don't have anyone, I think, that can learn Rock Tomb at this point in time. So, we're just gonna hold on to that for a while. But that's it. We beat Brock. We have no casualties. Which is actually really unexpected. We beat Ted. We evolved Waggles. Or we beat him with Ted. We evolved Waggles. And we got the Boulder Badge. So next stop is Misty. We're gonna get through Route 3 and get to Mount Moon. Let me know in the comments here who you think I should get for the fossil. I should get Kabutops or Omanite. I can tell you I'm leaning towards Omanite. This is gonna get us the running shoes, so we're gonna pick those up real fast. I can tell you I'm leaning towards Omanite, but I want to hear what you guys think. Kabutops, Omanite, while we're in the in Mount Moon. So just let me know in the comments below. But that's it. That's the episode for today. This is episode 2. Thanks for joining in. Again, sorry about the audio. But episode 3 sounds way better. I'm really happy about it. So just throw in the comments anything you want to nickname, anybody you want to, any Pokemon specifically you want nicknamed, or just the next one up, whatever it is. But hit that like and hit that subscribe button so you can always catch on to Snorts here in his FireRed Nuzlocke adventure with Waggles the Charmeleon now. So I will catch you all later.